What up? My name is Ryan Babel, and you're watching JLB Sports TV.
Hey everybody, welcome to JLB Sports TV. I am Justin Block, and today Liverpool beat Crystal Palace 3-0 at Anfield. Now going into the game, we all were wondering, is Brendan Rodgers going to stick with the three at the back? Will Suarez and Sturridge remain two at the top? And indeed, that's what it was. But there were two changes. Lucas was suspended today because of yellow cards, so Jordan Henderson slid right in his place. Since Henderson had to move from right wing back to center back, Raheem Sterling came in and filled in at right wing back. Last week, I expressed how much I really didn't like the 4-3-1-2 that we fielded. But this week it was much better, and I really liked the changes that Brendan Rodgers made, and as a result, Liverpool played well today, and I was happy about it. Now for me, the changes with Henderson coming in for Lucas and Sterling filling in at right wing back made a world of difference. I actually preferred Henderson to Lucas in that center midfield spot next to Steven Gerrard. To me, at this point of his career, Gerrard is just so immobile, and so is Lucas, just because of all the surgeries. I don't know what's happened with Lucas, but the guy just doesn't know, he can't move. He doesn't move as well as he used to. That doesn't make him as effective to me, and Liverpool then had a Swiss cheese midfield. I said last week, Sunderland were in our attacking half, I believe 58% of the time. We just had no midfield at all. This week it was much different. Granted, it's a different quality kind of team. Crystal Palace, certainly championship quality. I think Sunderland do have some Premier League worthy players on that squad. But I did like Henderson's running. He led the team today in tackling and ball recovery, so he filled in well there. I do think you need a more mobile center midfielder next to next to Steven Gerrard, and Henderson is certainly more willing to do the running. He's got iron lungs and great legs. Pause. But I did like what Henderson did today, and I really liked what Raheem Sterling did at right wing back. Now you may think, oh, Sterling at right wing back. He's so small, he's going to be able to keep up defensively. Does he have the positioning? And yeah, he did. For me, Raheem Sterling, he's such a hard worker. His work rate is so great that he's a more than capable right wing back. And his attacking threat down the wing compared to Henderson last week made a world of difference from Liverpool. I believe Sterling was one of the top chance creators for Liverpool today. He just added that natural width going down the wing with his pace, added a really great dimension to Liverpool's attack that was lacking last week when you had Jordan Henderson out of position, not a great right-sided midfielder out there. So for me, Sterling and Henderson, although there were kind of changes made out of necessity for Brendan Rodgers because Lucas was out, I thought they're actually positive changes and made the side better today than it was last week. Plus, we all know when you play in three at the back, you need to have fluidity. These things take time to get ingrained with the team side. So with another week of practice, this team was really much tighter this week, and you really saw it out on the pitch. The midfield was strong when we were firing in the final third. We just completed so many passes in the final third, it was ridiculous. Now let me move on to the topic of Suarez and Sturridge, because those two, I'm sorry, they're the best forwards in the country right now. I don't think there's a better striker tandem in the Premier League, or maybe even in the world, maybe, than Luis Suarez and Daniel Sturridge. Their movement and pace is just incredible. Center backs just have an impossible time tracking them, not only because they're so clever with their movement, they understand where they need to be spatially, tactically, but because they're just too fast to keep up with, too tricky, and they're just running amok right now all over the countryside, and I love it. And because those two are operating and taking up really great positions out wide, through the middle, but especially between the numbers on the sides of the penalty box, that really allows Victor Moses not play. He's playing as a number 10, he's not a natural number 10, but it allows him to do what he does best, which is drive right through, really direct, great dribbling, and that's what Victor Moses did today. I thought he had a much better game than last week. He should have scored twice today, making those driving runs to the middle. Pretty unfortunate he didn't, but I'm not going to knock him for that. Liverpool still won 3-1. But you can really see how Luis Suarez and Daniel Sturridge, when they're operating at the top together, both taking a center back away from them, how that opens up the rest of the field, down the middle for Victor Moses, and also out wide for Enrique and Raheem Sterling. Also, we saw Steven Gerrard making great forward runs today because Sturridge and Suarez are opening up spaces through the middle. Last week, I got on him a little bit for going too far forward, but that was only because I didn't think Lucas had the legs to cover for him in midfield. This week, with Henderson in there, and the back three doing a much better job overall defensively compared to last week. It still wasn't great, but it was better. That allowed Gerrard to be more effective going forward and really warranted his abilities to go forward. Now, although the Luis Suarez goal was nice, I thought Daniel Sturridge's goal, the second goal, was absolutely animalistic. I'm watching it actually right now in the highlights. To just take his man turn him one way and then smash it like that right across the face of goal. To me, that was Robin Van Persie like. To me, Daniel Sturridge is the black Robin Van Persie, and you cannot tell me any different. Sturridge's goal today gave him 16 on the 2013 calendar year, which is actually second in the EPL to Christian Benteke, who has 13. So I don't think there's a better striker in the country than Daniel Sturridge right now. And if you want to debate me on that, fine. But the stats show that he's the second on goals. And just his influence out there is it's insane. Liverpool are playing out of their mind right now. I'm really lost for superlatives. I haven't seen this kind of strike force in my lifetime as a Liverpool fan. I also want to applaud Jose Enrique for once. I'm very tough on him. I'm very critical of him a lot, and I think it's warranted. But today, you really saw how Jose Enrique can be great if he just consistently completes the package. I get tough on Jose Enrique a lot, but today you saw that if he can semi-consistently just complete passes on the ground, he can be a great left back for Liverpool. It's just that when he's just so inconsistent with his passes, he loves to lob those diagonal balls. He misplaces passes a lot, but if he can find any consistency with his passing in the final third, he can take that next step for me as a left back. We saw it again today. He's capable of providing great crosses and great balls. It's just that he's so inconsistent with them, and he doesn't always do it at the most opportune times. He just loses his focus sometimes, and he did so again today on the corner kick. For the second week in a row, Liverpool conceded off a set piece because Jose Enrique lost his marker, and Steven Gerrard didn't pick up on it. So what you saw today when Crystal Palace scored was basically the same exact goal that Liverpool conceded against Sunderland. It was needless, it was lazy, and it was the fault of Jose Enrique and then Steven Gerrard for not picking up that man. Now, as a whole, Liverpool kind of walked around in the second half. Again, you don't like that to see. I don't remember the last time Liverpool scored in the second half. It's not something you'd like to see. I really want them to keep that intensity up, but can you really blame them sort of taking a walk in the park up 3-0 against Crystal Palace of all sides? So I'm not really going to get on them for that, but these problems are persisting where Liverpool just are not able to get anything going in the second half at all, and they're allowing the teams to come back into the game a little bit. Of course, Crystal Palace got that goal. So if Liverpool really keep up these poor second half performances, it's going to come back to bite them in the ass. But right now, another game, another one for Liverpool. I'm getting used to saying that. I like it. Liverpool are top of the table again. We have Newcastle in 2 weeks in the Premier League. And some people are starting to say whispers of title challenges. I'm not going to say that quite yet, but I do like what Liverpool are doing right now. So that's all for today of JLB Sports TV. I'm Justin Block. I'm going to give my studs and duds of the week, or the day really quickly. My stud of the day is going to be Luis Suarez. Returned to Anfield for the first time since his suspension. Got a goal. Really cute baby, really cute little daughter. And my dud of the match, it's tough to say because everybody really played their role well today. But if I'm going to be harsh, I'm going to give it to Enrique just for letting his man off the marker, not being focused on that corner kick. I do think Enrique actually had a good game, and it's tough I'm nitpicking when I'm finding a dud of a match at 3-1 where Liverpool played well across the board. But if I'm going to give one, it's going to be Enrique. So give me your stud and dud of the match down below and your overall thoughts on the game. So I'll see you guys midweek. Next week, I'll make a video before the Newcastle game for sure.